Guys, welcome to our Otzrot Chaim Shiur number 9. Shiur number 9. We finish, first of all, our shiur is Atzlachat Kol Haravakim Befrat Gadaev Ben Leah Yad Miriam. Hashem yishlach lahem et bat zugam v'yitchatnu b'akar b'mash. And also to Atzlachat Yerech HaNolad Rabbi Meir ben Avraham Hashem yivarech oto ish tzadik kadosh tahor yeled tov. You should shep harbe nachat mimenu. Okay. So we're on Daf Tet on the bottom. We just finished speaking that the or. It's not, when we say or, it means light, right? The literal sense. But we're not talking about real light. This is the most spiritual thing that I could speak of in this world is light, right? So when I talk about spiritual things, so I call it light, or, okay? And obviously, even more spiritual than or, right? Or is Aleph, Vav, Resh, right? Or, light. It's spiritual, right? Because the Gemara says 1/60th of Olam Haba is a sunny day. Right? Gemara says Barachot. If I put a Yud in the middle, a Yud, small Yud, what it becomes to? Avir, air. Right? I take the Yud out, it becomes Or. Put the Yud in, it becomes light. Right? So it all depends in your Mabat HaYistaklut, how you look at the secrets of the Torah. Hashem wants you to become great. Hashem wants you to become, you just have to realize that spirituality is all around you. The Gemara says, Amar Bishmael. People who live outside of Israel, it's as if they're serving a different God. What? I say Shemona Yisrael every day, I say Shema every day. Yeah, but you're in the land of Edom, says the Gemara. So your tefillot have to go through the Samach Mem. Has to. In some ways, he's obligated to give you that check. But you know, like the UPS driver, lahavdil, he takes your tefillah. Sometimes he takes your package and he puts it nicely. Sometimes he just throws your package. What do you think the Samech Mem does to your package? He puts it nicely, or you're like, pooh, it's fragile over there. Your tefillah don't get accepted. You're in Chutz La'aretz. Right? So, the or, the light, we say the light, right? Or also, in Hebrew, Aleph, Vav, Resh. Aleph is how much? 1. Vav is how much? 6. Resh is how much? 200. Altogether? 207. In Hebrew, how do you say a secret? Raz. 207. Light is a secret. Because you can't really fathom. If you can't fathom what's going on inside your soul, how do you expect to fathom what's going on in the upper worlds? You can't really know the essence of what you are. It's a deep secret. It's godliness, but you feel it. I'm walking, I'm doing. Okay? So therefore, Rabbi said, when I say or, don't get me the wrong way. I'm not talking about the sunlight. I'm talking about an extreme koach ruchani that you could tap into that, Dania, only one way, if you give to other people.
Teach.
Yeah, teach. Because by teaching, you're doing something that Hashem does. God gives. Kadosh Baruch Hu gives. He gives. When you give over to other people, you're tapping into the lahavdil, strength of HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Isn't that the same thing with having kids?
Having kids is the greatest, that's the first mitzvah, and it's there for a reason. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants you to have a lot of kids. And then, I don't want to get into the halachic aspects, my wife is going crazy, I can't afford it anymore. It's not a valid reason to use contraceptives. It's not. I don't know, maybe, listen, I'm not your rabbi. You gotta speak to your rabbi. So the halacha says, if you had a boy and a girl, and your wife is going nuts, then you could Take it easy. But not forever. Only if she's going insane. Why? Because how are you going to have another kid with a wife that's going insane? Okay? You're Ab, don't forget that. You're the father in your house, you're Shem Ab. You're the wife, the mother is Shem Sag.
Lower.
Yeah, lower than you. She feeds from you. Like I said in my regular shiur. Don't be the fire in the house. Be the water in the house. Be the power of growth. You grow inside the house. Don't be the power of fire is light. Fire is but don't be fire. Be water. Mayim mikvah. Mikvah is mayim. You know. There was a rabbi in the Gemara, Bzeira, who used to test himself every Motzei Shabbos. He used to put his hand in fire. It wouldn't burn. So he said, I'm good. I didn't do any averot this week. Don't try that at home. Okay? Veda, ki haor hazeh, this or, איננו דבוק ונוגע בפנים עצמן, אבל חופף וצוחק עליהם, ולא נתפשט האור הזה, לא לאחורי הפנים, ולא בכל הפנים. We were talking about the or that comes out of the oznaim. Remember, guys?
Oznaim.
Right? Sag, the opposite. This is the or of the. This is the. Remember, we said there is. Let's say you take a letter. Let's say take any letter. Let's take the letter Yud. The letter Yud. This is a letter, an ot. Then it has a vowel. Let's say the vowel kamatz. Ya. But how do I read that? Ya. No. It has a cantillation. Let's say I put a zakef gadol on top. Ya is gave it life. Okay? So this cantillation that came out of the ears of Ak. It's not the beard of Ak. What we call the beard, right? The beard is a higher level, actually. When a man grows a beard, he's in a very high level. He's the lion. Lahavdil, the lion. How do you know he's male? He has a zakan, he's a mane, right? The man has to have a zakan. This zakan is a higher level than this cantillation that comes out of the oznaim da'ak, but it's not, because I think it's on it. It's on it.
Right?
It's not it itself. This benimshal. I don't want to get into that, but it's a very high level. A man's beard. That's why the Lubavitcher Rebbe, one of the greatest tzaddikim that ever lived in the past 30, 40 years, when people used to come up to groom and bride used to come to him, he says, you know what he used to say to him? You want me to do your wedding? Grow a beard. What? Grow a beard? She's not going to like me no more. Grow a beard, I'm going to do your wedding. The Rebbe said it, I got to do it. Now you have a whole generation of Chabadnikim growing their beards. The Rebbe said so. He didn't say that because it was nothing. He said it because it means something. Yeah, he used to say Shedaba. I'm not talking. We're talking about the Zakan right now. I'm talking about the hair. So the Zakan is a very high level. Okay, that's why I know people who come to a person. Avram, I say, what's the Zakan?
Yeah, a lot of that.
It's Shem Ab, right? This is the greatest Shem over here, Zakan. You want bracha in your house? Grow a beard. Don't tell your wife I said this. I don't want any phone calls. Okay. So but this or the cantillation, the ta'amim is not the Zakan. It's not that. Okay. That's a higher level. The Zakan is a higher level. It only spreads out on top of the Zakan of Ak. This Shem Ab, the Ta'amim, Elyonim, comes out of what? Oznaim. Very good, guys. Ubazet Havin, Rabbi Avraham, Hagdama Achad. Now you're going to have an introduction. What's that introduction? Vehu. Ki bichinat harosh ein anu maskirim leolam bichinat panim v'achor. When we talk about Lamashal, quote unquote, the head of Ak, You can never say there is a front and a back. It's too high of a level. You can't, when I say something, when there is a front and a back, it's as if I'm saying there is a differentiation, the hanhaga of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's a limit. What's front? Front, I see Hashem in His glory. In the back is I have to find Him, you know? Why did He do this to me? Chas v'shalom. People say, why did this person get sick? Why did this person lose his parnasa? That's achor. Panim is like, that happened to me because of the Chilul Shabbat. I got it. That's it. You don't have to give me any more answers. I know it. Right? That's panim. Achor is like, why did this guy do to me? This guy is mechalel Shabbat for 40 years. And he's still hatzlacha. That's achor. Panim is like, okay, I know why God did that to me. Okay? That's what happened in the time of Haman and Esther. Esther means to hide. God hid his face. The Jews were like, why is God doing this to us? We don't understand. God is hiding himself. Right, Gabriel? Why is God... Esther is what? Astir. Hide myself. Lefi Ari. Lefi... So in the head of Ak, you can't tell the difference between God's glory and God's hiding himself. Why? Over there, it's such a high level, it's like everything's the same. Could you tell the difference between the head of your hair on this side and this side? It's all the same. Yeah, but I'm saying, lamashal. Don't take me literally. Lamashal. Okay? What's the difference between the head and the ears? In the head of Ak, the whole head, right? Look at your head. Your head, everything is pores, right? Pores. Everything is the same pores. But when I look at my ears, how God created me. Over here, I have a hole. In my back, I have a hole. No, I don't. So therefore, I could perceive God differently when I come to look at Hashem from the front. When I come lower than the head. Than when I look at Him in the back. Okay? Our souls, Avraham, cannot perceive Hashem from the head of the head. Why? Because everything is the same over here. You see everything? I grow hair over here. Mibsari echazeh eloka. But when once I get to the ears, it's it's lower than the head. It says Dari. Over here now I have already windows. The windows started to be created.
So what does he say?
Mibsari, that means
Sa'ari or Bisari?
Mibsari.
What's that mean?
From my body.
From my flesh.
From my flesh. I could try to perceive God. That means Dari always uses Yumain Mashalim. Yumain. Why? Even though it's not even close to what's going on up there. But I could try to gain a tenth of what's really going on up there. God created my head. You see everything in my head, everything is the same. All the same pores. So there's no panim va'achor. Everything is the same. Now hanhaga, everything is the same. But when I get down to the ears, I have already an opening. Right? An opening. From the two sides. In the back of my head, I have no openings. So therefore, I could already start to say panim. What's panim? Front and achor. The back. Why? Because I could already when now could you imagine us, Rabbi say, we're already in Asiya. How much could God hide himself? And what's our job to reveal Hashem? That means if God gives you a slap in the face, you have to find His presence in all of that and say, Hashem was there. And how much does that make you feel good when you're like, oh, that's why I got it. Now it's a very high level. I'm not saying that many people reach that level. Okay? But it's a very high level, and even guys who learn Torah all day haven't reached that level. So don't beat yourself. So the Bechinat Harosh, when you reach the level of the head, Daniel, Ein anu maskirim lo panim v'achor. We can never say panim v'achor. Front and back. Lefi sheb'makom she'ein sham nekavim v'chalonot. There's no openings there. There's no. So as yotzei ha'or kulo shaveh, then the light, quote unquote, we call it light, comes out equal. Shaveh is equal. Mikol ha'tzaddim, from all the sides.
So everything that opens up has the same.
So that means when the more simpler you are, ha'pashut hu b'keter. The simpler you are, the more you could receive the or of HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'shaveh. The more you try to be a Abir Chacham, the less you could receive the light, the or HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'shaveh. Why? Because you making yourself, you're opening the holes. You're opening the chalonot. That's why the Rabbi Yehuda Levi Ashlag, one of the greatest tzaddikim who lived in the past generations, he used to pray in a minyan with garbage cleaners, and with the guys who used to clean laundry. He used to say these guys reached their the highest madriga than a person who's a Rosh Hashiva. That's what he used to say. Why? Because they're pashut. Everything, they're simple. That means they see Hashem, everything is the same for them. Everything is panim, like the Rosh. When you're trying to be too much of an oiber chacham, like, okay, this is this way, and this is this way, and this is this way, this is this way. Then you start having questions in Emunah. Why Hashem did this? But it says like this. So this Rebbe, Rabbi Ashlag, used to pray in a minyan of garbage cleaners and laundry.
The simple
people, the simple folk.
Sanitation engineer.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very high level to reach that. Imagine he was a Gdol Admorim.
Al tiyeh chacham.
Yeah. Don't be too smart, yeah. Because that's the Rav Tzion Bracha, Zer Zvacha, who our shul is named after him. Our Bet Knesset, L'Shem. L'Kama Shchinta Ma'afera. He used to say, Rav Tzion Bracha, Hapashut hu b'keter. He used to do shopping. His students said, let me carry your shopping. Get away, I'm doing for Shabbat, relax. Don't do me any favor. I'm carrying my Shabbat shopping by myself. You know who he was? He was Rav Mordechai Sharabi's Chazan. He used to carry his Shabbos. He was 80 years old, 85 years old. He used to carry his Shabbos shopping himself. Could you imagine such a level? That's why Rabbi say, don't be fooled by appearances. By the hat, by the beard, by the... Don't be fooled. We're all supposed to wear tzitzit anyways. Don't be fooled by appearances, because appearances can be deceiving. Which is one of the greatest chas v'shalom to say, but it is the truth. It's one of the greatest diseases of our generation, appearances. Judge the book by its cover. That's our generation. iPad. Just give me a big, very big eye. You know? It's our generation. But the Ari teaches that the Rosh, you want to reach the Rosh, be pashut. Don't look for too much answers. Amnam, however, when you're starting to go down, kshematchil bechinat hanekavim, when you get to the holes, the openings, the orifices, kegon min haoznaim velemata, az yesham bechinat panim va'achor. The more you go down, the harder it is to reveal Hashem. Why? I have a hole. I have an opening. Wait a second. You're not simple anymore. And I have a degree. You're smart. You're a chacham. You have 5 smichas. And they want to reveal Hashem. Now it's harder. Now there is a panim. And then there's a achor. There's a panim and achor. Okay? Why do we Jews put a kippah on our head? Everyone is the same at the end of the day. Kulanu b'nei ish echad. Keinim anachnu. Lo ayinu meraglim. We're not meraglim. We're all the same guy at the end of the day. Reuven, Shimon, Yud, Issachar, all the same. I forgot to say this in my shir. The Ari HaKadosh was the Google of Reuven. Yeah. You imagine Reuven, who lost everything, at the end of the day came out to be Rabbi Eliezer HaGadol, who was Ari HaKadosh.
So he didn't use anything.
Could you imagine? He didn't lose anything at the end. He got the biggest Olam Haba more than all of them. Why? Because the Torah says he ripped his clothes. I wanted to save Yosef. The Torah says we know what was in his head. Okay? Head, Rosh, everything's the same. There's no openings. Everything's the same over here, right? Then you get down to the ear. There's a chalon already. There's an opening. Now there's a panim and nachor. Okay? Ki hametzach nikra panim va'oref nikra achor. The truth is, once you get to your forehead, lamashal, it's all a mashal, it's all a parable. You get to your forehead. The forehead is really panim. Why? Where you put your tefillin in the back is the achor. Why? Your hair stops growing in your forehead. Why did Hashem make it like that? Already the light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that rests on your neshama stops being equal at the forehead. You understand? But when you look right in the back, full of hair. It's a mashal to what's going up in the Olamot Elyonim. In the Olamot Elyonim, the Metzach, what's called a Metzach. Metzach Gematria Hatzlacha. Right? That's why when you do Kiddush Havdalah, always look at your forehead inside the Yain. It's Gematria Hatzlacha. Okay? So already by the forehead, the Shefa is already getting smaller and smaller. Why? You already see a difference. That's how Hashem made us. Hashem made us to be a mirror image of what's going up in the Olamot Elyonim. Now, of course, we have to always suckle. We have to always connect to the true tzaddik. Right? We cannot connect R.Shalom we gotta connect to the true tzaddik. How do we know who's a true tzaddik? The Gemara says, if your Rebbe is domeh lemalach Hashem tzvakot, learn from him. If he's like an angel, learn from him. What does that even mean? How could your Rebbe be an angel? The Gemara brings a story of Hillel Hazaken. He was in the middle of Shabbos. He was taking a shower. Back then they had saunas. All the 72 guys had a bet. I think it was 400 zuz. Who could make him angry first? They couldn't get him angry.
On Shabbat, you said?
Erev Shabbos. They couldn't get him angry. That's the Gemara means is im domeh lemalach Hashem tzvakos. It's Erev Shabbos. Your wife needs you help with the kids. This and that. Everything. You have a question? Sha'al bani. What did they ask him? How come Chinese people have slanted eyes? And how come people living in Africa have long legs? That was your question? Erev Shabbos? There's a line in the mikvah. But by Hillel Zaken, everybody was equal. Everybody's the Rosh. There is no nikavim. He was very humble, very humble. Everyone was equal by him. And you know what the guy said? You made me lose 400 zuz. So he says, okay, it's good that you lost it. You know, you're equal to me. You're a tzaddik to me. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what it means if your Rebbe is like Malach Hashem Tzvakot. So where do we find one of those? I'm still looking. I'm joking. Every generation has his dor v'dor. Yeah, for sure. There's great tzaddikim in our generation. Great tzaddikim. In America too. All those openings. Mamshichim ha'orot lachuz derech haponim. They all bring out those orot from the front, from the panim. Uma she'ein bo nekavim, but the places in the olamot ha'elyonim, in the greater worlds, that don't have openings, nikra bechinat acho. Once I get to a part in the upper worlds where I have an opening, and the part across of that have no opening, that's already called what? Achor.
So it's back.
That's I don't see Hashem.
It's hidden.
Yeah, I have to work to see God. I have to work to see Hashem. Why is Hashem making me this bad in my life? First of all, I'm going to tell you a Yisoid, Kabbalah, Hasidus, I don't care what you call it. It's all the same thing, in my eyes. A Yisoid. Hashem is good. Everything He does is good. All you have to do is find that goodness in it. Sometimes you don't see that goodness for a couple of years. I can tell you personal experiences. For example, I'm telling you a small experience. My tooth broke in the back of my mouth. The last tooth, molar tooth. It's a very important tooth. The Gemara says, Chas v'Shalom, if you see in your dream your tooth breaking, it's a bad sign. I don't want to say. My tooth broke. And I was so sad. I was killing myself. Chas v'Shalom. I said, why did Hashem do this to me? Why did my tooth break? And then what did I found out? 2 years after that it was my wisdom tooth that was growing under it. So now instead of a regular tooth, now I don't have to go through surgery, nothing. I have a wisdom tooth coming out, has a whole spot coming out, waiting for it. 2 years ago, I was like, why Hashem did this to me? 2 years later, I'm like, Baruch Hashem, I have a whole tooth coming out, it has a whole spot. That's called panim v'achor. It's how do I perceive Hashem's hanhaga, God's way of working the world? Always have this cardinal rule, this golden rule. Everything Hashem does is good. You just have to find it. Savlanut. Okay? Aval, im kol zeh, all of what we said, ha'arat ha'or הזה מתפשט ומאיר כל סביבות האדם הזה. Always know. Hashem, Ein Sof Baruch Hu, the infinite, who chose Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and chose us to be His revealment in this world, even in the highest levels of Ak, always reveals Himself, always spreads Himself, that He will surround all the worlds. So even if you think that this is Panim and this is Achor, always remember there is a connection between the two. That the Or knows no boundaries at the end of the day.
The orifices.
The Or,
Or light.
the light of the Ein Sof, at the end of the day, knows no boundaries. You might perceive it as Achor and Panim, but at the end of the day, everything is connected. Everything is surrounded. There's an Or Makif. Pardon me. But always don't forget the main Or, the main one. Hu einenu rak ma shekeneged haozen. From by the level of the ear, the main Or, the main revealment of God is always going to be where? By the opening. God decided to open Himself to that light. Hamatzil ha'elyon. Keneged ma shekeneged haozen, keneged derech haponim. Until where? The Shibolet Hazaka. Right? That's where many people grow their white hair. Where does it start always? By the Shibolet. Yeah, me and you, we're together. But the Shibolet. Right? Yeah.
Is the Shibolet one of the grains?
Yes, but there's a grain, but also the Shibolet Hazakan.
Shibolet Shua. What's
Yeah, Shibolet Shua is a kind of grain. Right? The gathering. The gathering? Shibolet means the gathering.
Bundle.
Yeah, bundle. So over here you see all the orot gather by the Shibolet are over here, right? That there is a grain like that. There's also or like that. So when you guys are eating Shibolet Shu'al, the grain that you're talking about, have in mind that you're connecting to the Orha. Oh, it's also called Shibolet Hazak. Am I joking? Yeah, when you're drinking coffee, you have to think cafe is Otiot Kapad Imakolel, 184. Coffee is Yud K Vav K. Yeah, can I tell you guys can I give you guys a kavana of coffee when you're drinking coffee? Take it easy, alright? You want me to give you the milk too? Do you want me to do that?
Why not? The Baal Shem Tov in the letter.
Inachinam. If I take, remember guys, I taught you guys this name? Yud, K, Vav, K. Remember? We said that this is Gematria 72. But when I perceived this name Ba'achor, what's Achor? The back.
Diminishing.
Yeah, you're diminishing.
You hit it.
Yeah. So now I can't see it like this anymore. I gotta see. How do I see it? I go Yud. Then I go again. Yud, K. Then I go Yud, K, Vav. And last but not least, Yud, K, Vav, K. See, it's called multiplication.
Right.
It's hard to bring it out.
So you write block.
Yud, I did. Yud, Yud,
Underline.
Yud,
Underline.
Yud. See? Yud, that's 20.
20.
20.
Yud is what? Yud? I spell it. Yud.
Yud Vav Dalet.
Okay.
Then Yud, Yud, K. That's 20 plus 15. How much is that?
35.
35.
Underline.
I don't like doing math, to
You
tell you
have to
the
learn
truth.
now. Let's go.
You guys gotta do it, Avi. You gotta do it 1, 2, 3.
So
35. Then Yud, I'm sorry, Yud, K, Vav. 35 plus 16 plus 6 is how much?
22. No, 20.
Huh?
16 plus 6, 23.
22 plus 35?
57.
I'll take your word for it. 57 plus 72 altogether, I'll help you guys. It's going to be kapad. 184 plus 1 is going to be 185. Gematria kafe.
What'd you make one with? Where'd you get one from?
Always you could add 1.
One.
The actual thing is 1.
The word itself.
Yeah, the word itself is 1. It's coffee.
So when you drink
The spirituality of coffee comes from here.
Huh.
So when you drink coffee, cafe,
Break it down.
you think of this Yud K, Vav K. You're hitting the spirituality of that drink.
How do you make it?
The whole world gets started with coffee every morning.
So wait, I could break it down and say.
Poteach et yadecha. What is the kavanah over there?
Shema
This
Bayah.
is kappa. No, kappa. Coffee.
Kappa.
Yeah, kappa
same
is
thing for-
kas.
Take a picture there.
This is the name.
This is
Break it
Merubah.
down.
Yeah, it's called miruba. Multiplied. Forget about that. I'm talking Ari. Don't that there is this sheer. No, there is an idea called sheer pashut kaful mishulash miruba. In any shem you could do that, even in your own name. If you want to reach the true level of your name, you want to meditate. You could meditate of your name like that. Shem kaful shem pashut kaful mishulash miruba, and you could reach the true level of your name. Yeah.
Give us an example. Moshe.
Moshe.
What's pashut? What's kafir?
If they do it b'milui, Moshe mem. How do you spell mem? Mem. Shin yud nun. He. Now you could do hey in a couple of different. You could do hey. You could do hey aleph, or you could do
Hey Yud.
hey. There are 3 different ways.
That's right.
So yeah, there is the first one. So you gotta do it b'miruba in all 3 different ways. That's the. If a person has a hey, it's got a little hard.
What's the
Now,
Merubah?
miruba means you gotta multiply it by 1, like we with the cafe.
break it down.
Okay. Now chalav is gematria 40. 40 is the 4 yuds. That's the soul of the mikveh. So when you put your milk into, Rav Yosef Dayan used to do, Rav Chaim Sinvan used to do this. I'm not making this stuff up. Rav Chaim Sinvan used to do this.
Just like the milk before you.
Before he took the milk, he used to think of the 4 yuds. He said, I'm sweetening the cafe. Because this is achor, right?
Right.
This is all the...
Water though.
Huh? He used to do it with water. Rav Chaim Sinvan used to do it with water. Huh?
Isn't that a command in Shaka?
Yes. But but you could do it with 4 yud. That's besod arba yudin l'shem ab. Or you could do it with tisha yudin of mayim. That's what you do with the Enem Shmonayis. It's a very important kavan. It's absag maben, as you know, right? So Rav Chaim Sinvan used to do it with water. He used to think of 9 yud and he used to spill it inside his coffee. We do it with milk, right? We call it in Israel kafe afuch, right? Kafe afuch. Milk is gematria 40. That's the 4 yuds. If you take Shem Ab, how many yuds we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Chalav. So everything that you eat, you could tap into the spiritual force. Now, obviously, you guys are not gonna do this.
Not yet.
I took a picture.
You could aspire to do
A
it.
simple meditation.
Okay, a simple meditation when you do poteach et yadecha every morning. When you say Ashra, you could think of this.
The whole.
It's like the breakdown.
Yeah.
You okay?
That's one of the shemot you have to think of.
Name.
That's
Okay.
simple though.
It's very
Not hard,
it's
yeah.
pretty simple.
You'll learn in a
It's
week.
in the book.
No,
It's in the book.
I already broke it down.
Yeah.
You take-
Okay, Rabbi
you
Sai?
take Vav.
Let's do
You just add. What was me?
Gabriel, I'm sorry. Let's do a couple of more minutes and we're gonna end for the night. Okay, Avram? Avram, you with me?
I'm always with you.
Alright, let's go.
Go.
Let's do a couple of more sentences. Vine.
So we'll do this.
Yeah,
whole thing?
Vine.
Okay, Vine.
Let's try to do this
What
paragraph.
does Vine mean?
Vine and behold.
It's in here. The Zao.
Bazeh or in this light, in this or. Yesh bichinat esher spheros. There are 10 spherot. Don't forget, Avram, in anything you do, there's always a shiur koma.
Always 10 of 10.
There's always a shiur koma in anything you do. Everything a Jewish person does creates a system. Always, without any suffix. Shlemot. Ba'ofen zeh. Why say shlemot? Don't think like I'm talking to a person, I'm not doing anything. Guys, I'm telling you one thing. The Hasidic rabbis used to go deep in this, especially Rav Noam Elimelech. The Rav Noam Elimelech was one of the greatest students of the Maggid Memezrich. Right. So he would go very deep into this concept. He would say a word and he would make yichudim on that.
Kavanot.
Like this is like this kind of kavanot. He would find a kavanah for every little thing he said.
Amazing.
So that's it. Shalemot. Don't think you're doing anything less. You tell your wife one little thing, you're doing a whole. Yeah, this is the way to reach Ruach HaKodesh. To be always conscious of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Always conscious, guys. Be always conscious that Hashem is here by you.
So how can we do
Always.
that in a normal conversation that I'm having with a person?
Slowly. No, don't try. To reach this level fast. Let's take for example the word ken. I say yes to a person. You want it? Yes. Ken is how much? 70.
I spell Ken. Kaf.
Chaf nun, 70. So you have to find a name of God that equals the number 70. Right? Av is 72. You know? There is a different Shem that equals 70. I'm just saying this is what he used to. That's why I bring you an example. That's what he used to do. Okay, it's if you take El, 35. Kel, that's 30. That's 31, right? 31, right? And take two of them. 31 plus 31 is how much?
62.
62. But if you take their milui, the way they spell them out, you get a couple of extra letters.
What about 35?
Okay? You understand? So if you do that, you're gonna get equal 70. So every time Rav Elimelech Melezhensk used to say yes to a person, he used to think of 2 times kel. With the shemot, with the mispar of the shemot and the miluyim. Yeah, a breakdown. That's what he used to do. Aleph Lamed, Aleph Lamed.
That's what's called yichudim.
This is a sort of yichud. This is a sort of yichud.
Everything you're taking to Shem Hashem.
Yes.
So every word you're bringing back.
You're bringing it back to the source. You're finding the panim in Hashem. You understand?
That's a yichudim.
Yichudim is finding the God in everything.
Fire, yeah.
There are deep yichudim. There are deep ones that you're only supposed to do in certain time. But you could do simple ones too. Why not? Okay. Ki ma'ozin yamin, from the right ear of Ak, the ozin yamin, nimshachot eser sfirot. There's 10 spheres just from the ozin yamin. Mibchinat or makif. Now the right is always higher. The right side is always or makif.
Or Makif is the right side.
Surrounding or, the protective or, male. Right is always male. Always. Even if you're a lefty and you put it in the right hand, when you put on your shoes, you always gotta do it like a righty.
But I always do it on the left. It's like automatically.
Yeah. Okay, you gotta work on yourself.
You gotta work it.
You understand? You wash your body. You always gotta start. Even if you're a lefty, you gotta start from the right. You know, we open up the Torah, the Echal. We go from the left
To the right.
to the right.
We don't go to the right.
You always got right is or makif. People could read the sentence in the Otzrot Chaim. They will go 1, 2, 3. Right? Yeah, or makif. No, there's a deep, profound message over here, guys. A very deep, profound message. Lahavdil, Elif Havdalot. When I got married, my photographer said, when I go inside the hall, make sure you go in with your right leg first.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't saying shtiyot. He was saying something. You know, for him it's shtuyot, but he meant something. You understand? Always start with the right. Always. You wash your body from the right. You put your shoes on from the right. You put your shirt on from the right. Always start from the right. That's or makif. That's zachar. Exactly. Always move your right foot first. Everything do with the right. It's or makif. Ume'ozin smo, but from the left ear of ak. Nimshachot eses shel or pnimi. That's the inner or. That's female.
Or makif.
That's female.
Or makif is right.
Yeah.
And the other one?
And we're gonna obed b'chat elu hem eses, and the two parts, the eses sfirot of makif and eses sfirot of pnimi, create a full system.
Wait, that's good.
Because you need the 10 sfirot of the makif
And,
to surround the eses sfirot of pnimiyut, and you have a whole system. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Kaddish.